Hello, hello. Welcome. Get your mats out. Find a comfortable seat. Let's start. What's up? Take a couple deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feeling a bit more in body, dropping down into your sit bones. And try to find a space where your head, neck, and chest are in one line. And we'll begin with some Nadi Shodhana or Nadi Shodhanam breath work. Peace fingers to your third eye, plug one nostril and exhale through the opposite. Inhale slowly and steadily through that nostril, plug it, and exhale through the opposite. Inhale through the same nostril, plug it, and exhale through the opposite. I always start my personal practice with at least a few minutes of pranayama. It's a time to notice the quality of your thoughts, the speed in which they're coming. So a lot of times, especially if you feel like you're in a rush, slow breathing will help you kind of calm that chatter. And just know as you're breathing to your completion both in and out, to keep a relaxed forehead and face, tongue and jaw. Anytime that the tension builds in your arm that is raised, try to relax it. As you continue to breathe, perhaps consider what the feeling love feels like in your body. Last 3 rounds. Two. One more round of breath. And when you are complete and done, rest your hands, palms face up, eyes still closed, breathing now through both nostrils. Again, try to now radiate love from your own heart space. One of my teachers, Baba Ram Dass, talks about filling the room with love. The practice of being love. Palms come to touch in front of your heart, maybe bringing your thumbs to your third eye, sending a prayer or an intention out into the universe, or perhaps it is simply that supreme emotion of love, practicing that for yourself for the next 60 minutes. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Send it outward through your heart now as you breathe into your chest. Feel the shape that your spine takes, and then wrap your knuckles around towards your right hip, and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder as you breathe. So it deepens the stretch as your left shoulder wraps down and around your back. But if this doesn't suit you, you can always simply release your hands and just take the next stretch. And then you may switch, wrapping your knuckles around now to your left hip, dropping your left ear to your left shoulder. And now, making your way into a tabletop position. Hey, what's up? All right, circle out your wrists a few times. And then for me today, I'd like to stretch my forearms as well. So flip your fingertips to face your knees. And on the in-breath, come into a cow pose. As you exhale, round your spine into a cat pose. A few times on your own breath. Really just loving the opportunity to move. This body that you have today. Every day is different though, so just note your energy. And flip your fingertips to face forward now and come into a plank position, top of a push-up. Spread your fingers wide, root down into all of your finger pads. And as you're ready, send your hips back and up for downward facing dog. You may always bend your knees, tilt your tailbone upwards to lengthen your spine. It's never really about having your heels touch the ground more than it is about having a long spine. And then shift forward onto your hands and knees once again. Reach your left arm forward, extend your right leg back. We'll also draw our knee to our elbow on an exhale breath here a few times. Inhale to reach apart and exhale to bring it in. I think the lucky number here is 5. And then make your way into a tabletop. Second side, right arm forward, left leg back. On the out breath, you'll bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale to reach apart. 5 times on your breath. Then after that, you'll make your way into a tabletop, and I think we do a couple shoulder stretches. Yeah, so just circle your hips, your shoulders around a few times, and then let your chest fall towards your thumbs. On the in-breath, exhale to protract your shoulders apart. Just what we call shoulder flossing without the strap, for those of you who know. Sometimes we use a strap, and that's a different way. Once you are done with that, take a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide. Reach your hips back to your heels and rest your forehead. Deep breathing, being love. And inhale when you're ready. Shift forward, tabletop, and come back into a down dog. Really wrap your triceps back. Shoulder heads move away from the middle of your spine. External rotation here. Then make your way into a plank pose. You may keep your feet hip distance, or you may step them a little bit wider. And we'll take some shoulder taps here. Again, I think the lucky number is 5 one more time on both sides. Try to minimize the hip sway, keeping everything in and tight. You may always drop to your knees as well. You can still create strength building in your arms and core, even from your knees. Then you'll make your way back into a down dog. Keep your feet wide if you'd like. Just notice the difference in how it feels in your body. And then walk your hands back to your feet this time. Interlace your hands at the nape of your neck. Allow your elbows to collapse in towards your face. Really loosen the upper body, soft knees. Release your hands. Option to keep your feet hip distance or bring them to touch. Slowly roll yourself up. And then I like to always just take deep breaths, shake your hands out a little bit just to release any anxiety or nervous energy or just stress from what's going on. And then get yourself situated, make yourself comfortable. I sure did. Yeah, that's right. All right, and then we'll start with some shoulder shrugs, up, back, and down. Maybe moving quickly to begin, but then try to slow it down. And inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head. Exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. So just trying to mirror the length of your breath with your movement. And when you're ready, we'll take a lateral stretch here. Release your left hand down to your side. Reach your right arm up and over. You may encourage your hips to the right, so long as you're deeply breathing. Maybe a roll of your wrist if that feels appropriate. Inhale, your arms up. And exhale, switch. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Again, you can reach your hips over to the opposite side. Perhaps roll your wrist if you would like to on this side as well. And inhale your arms up. Interlace them behind your head, and as you exhale, twist to the right. Encourage your hips to stay square by pressing your right hip forward. Drawing your navel in and twisting as you wrap your rib cage over to the side. So there are 6 movements of the spine. You'll inhale through center and exhale, switch. Again, sending your left hip forward as best as you can. So like I said, the spine moves in 6 directions. It moves forward and back bending, lateral side bending, and then twisting. So now we'll take a back bend here through center. Hands still behind your head. You can actually use your hands to kind of pull the back of your skull back in space to keep length through the cervical spine. When you're ready, hands come to your heart center and inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale to fold forward. If you have tight hamstrings, bending your knees is always an option. Moving gently, you may shake your head yes, or nod it no, or perhaps both. And inhale, find yourself into a halfway lift. When you're ready, walk your hands forward and come into a plank pose. So the first set we're going to do, I believe, knee taps. Oh no, this is what we're doing now is a tailbone tuck. So this is like some very subtle core work, which actually is pretty gnarly. So when you're holding a plank pose or a forearm plank, if that's best for you, you'll just simply tuck your tailbone towards your heels. Yeah. All right, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Find a halfway lift on the breath in. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale your arms up and overhead, and exhale, forward fold. So we're going to do that a couple times. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward. So if you kind of missed that because I didn't remember what I was doing, you can do the tailbone tucks this time, or you can do knee taps. One knee down and then the other. Another option is always to just hold plank. I believe 10 is the number here, or as many as it feels appropriate to you. Just kind of warming your body up, really. And then push it back to down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Last time, inhale, reach your arms up. Moving with the length of your breath, slow and steady. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plank. Walk your hands forward. This time, I believe we do double knee dips and extensions. Keep your gaze down and slightly forward to keep your neck long, thinking that your head, neck, and chest are in one line. Use your breath. You can do this. And then push it back, down dog. Walking your hands to your feet. Find a half lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Palms touch. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Drop in. Be here now. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Shift forward, slowly lower in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Well done. Untuck your toes, zip your legs to touch, prepare for cobra. Squeeze your elbows toward each other and inhale, lift your head and heart. Hold it and breathe a few times. Just extension through the spine, an engagement of the paraspinals, the muscles that surround you. Exhale, release. Reach your arms back now for locust. Lift your arms, legs, chest, and head. Pull your wrists 1 more inch up to engage your triceps. And release. This time, if you'd like, interlace your hands for bound locust. And inhale, lift everything up. Stretching your shoulders, your pecs, as well as working your rhomboids, the muscles that draw the shoulder blades toward one another. And exhale, release. Palms beneath you now, and we'll move into a bit more of graduated cobras. So lift a little higher, just feel what that does to the body. And inhale, a little bit more. Last time, King Cobra. Maybe smile back. I wish I could see you guys. And this time, upward facing dog. If it feels good to you, press the tops of your feet down, knees lift. And on your out breath, downward facing dog. Neighbors are having a good time. I don't know if you guys can hear them screaming. All right, and when you're ready, shift forward, step forward, halfway lift at the top of your mat now. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit down. And I think I was feeling the song, so I kind of started to maybe bop a little bit. You can bend your knees, make this more of a fun pose, since it is challenging. Yeah, I turned it into a little bit of a dance party, so feel free to dance along. Or you can just sit in chair and not. It's really, really up to you guys. So, yeah. Feel your body, move it in a loving way. Yep, she's still going. She's still moving and grooving. All right, looks like around this time I'll sit. Stand all the way up now, breathe in. Ooh, and exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift as you breathe in now. Plant your palms, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your right leg up, and as you breathe in, I'm going to have you externally rotate, squeeze and lift your leg. And then exhale, square your hips, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, external rotation. Roll it forward, knee to nose. One more. Your legs stay straight the whole time. Just trying to get into your inner leg line, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it up and back. And exhale, step it through. Drop your left knee down. This time your hands will come to the top of your right knee or thigh. And we'll breathe and kind of gently drop your hips forward and down. What I'd like for you to try to do here is send your right kneecap with your hands forward. So trying to kind of lengthen your right thigh from the hip joint. And then you may sink forward, stay there, and reach your arms up for kneeling crescent pose. And then when you are prepared, bring your hands together and twist. You'll hook your left elbow outside of your right knee. Option to then lift your back knee up if you would like. I think I keep my knee down, but whatever feels good to you. And then release your hands down, tuck your back toes, walk your hands to the left and come into a wide leg forward fold, Prasarita. And then you may bend your knees. I think I do, kind of just getting into the hip joint here. And then extend your legs straight. You may grab a hold of your feet, working on pulling a flat back through your thighs. Keep your weight pulling forward to the balls of your feet. And then as you're ready, we'll move into Skandasana. So gently point your left toes out towards the back corner of your mat. Bend your knee. Straighten your right leg, flex your foot. You should feel a generous stretch through your groin muscle. Hands come down, walk them to the top of your mat. From there, step your right foot back. Keep your toes lifted, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. The lucky number here is 5. And then once you're there, inhale your right leg up and back. And exhale. You can stack your hips and bend your knee this time. Option to stay in downward facing dog here or pull forward for a vinyasa. Chaturanga on the exhale. Up dog, breathe in and exhale, push it back. Second side, lift your left leg up as you exhale. External rotation. Square your hips, knee to nose. Inhale it up and back. Open your hips, square, knee to nose. One more like it. Open. Knee to nose. Dude, these kids are screaming. All right, then step your foot through. Drop your right knee down. Hands to the top of your left knee or thigh. And again, we'll gently pulse the hips forward. I don't know if you can even hear them. I feel like you will, but I won't know until I'm done recording. So if you do, just know that there's happy kids outside during this coronavirus shelter in place, goofing off. All right, and then reach your arms up and overhead. Keep breathing. And after a few more breaths as you are, I'll have you bring your hands to your heart and twist. Hook your, right elbow outside of your left knee. And again, if you did so on the first side, you may lift your back knee up. The action that I'm looking for here is to pull your navel in and wrap your right rib cage towards your left inner thigh. And release your hands, tuck your back toes. This time walk your hands to the right and again come into a wide leg fold. You may bend your knees or one at a time or both at the same time. And then an option would be to then interlace your hands for another shoulder stretch. If that's unavailable or something that doesn't feel right in the body, you may also grab for opposite elbows behind your back. Or just keep your hands where they were, on your feet or legs. All right, and then Skandasana, second side. So for some, your heel might be lifted. For others, your back heel might be dropped. I have an ankle injury on this side, so dropping my heel is not actually available. So I do one of each. Couple more breaths. And then make your way back into a plank pose. This time you'll extend your left toes back, but keep them lifted. Inhale, and then exhale your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee to nose. We got 3 more of those, or 5 total. Inhale your left leg up and back. This time as you exhale, stack your hips and maybe bend your knee now. And you can step down to down dog or pull it forward for another vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Breathe it in, up dog. And push it back, downward facing dog. And I think I drop into a child's pose from here. Any variation is welcome. Palms can face up. Palms can touch. Or they can reach back by your sides. Slow down, deep breaths. Again, practice being love. Feel that in the body. You can come back to that prayer or intention you set for yourself if it was different, and offer it up again. The word yoga translates to union. So try to be at one with your intention, with your breath, with this moment now. extend your arms forward, shift forward to a tabletop position, downward facing dog. And we'll move into a few more standing postures. Go on to the top of your mat, halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold, and then make your way into another chair pose. Won't be here for long, and there's an option to take a deeper seat. And then if you'd like to make your way into a crow pose for an arm balance, you'll split your knees apart, hook them on the backs of your arms, lift your feet. You may always keep your feet on the ground instead. And this is just an option and an opportunity for an arm balance. I think I hold it for about 5 breaths just to really turn the body on, turn this shape on. And before you know it, you'll inhale to prepare and exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Full breath on the inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And step your foot between your hands. Prepare for warrior 2. I know I adjust myself quite a bit here just to make myself comfortable. So we'll be here for a little bit. So your right knee tracks open. Back leg is extended, straight and active. You may keep your fingers together or spread them apart. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. So at a certain point, you might be thinking, when are we going to move into another pose? Just try to be with what is here and now. You can always take a break. This is when you learn to listen to your body. And then eventually we'll shift forward into extended side angle. Now, there's a bunch of different options here. Traditionally, your hand is on the inside of your front foot, and your top arm is sliced overhead. But you may also rest your right forearm on the top of your thigh. Hug your right knee in towards the arm and press your arm into your leg. Extend through both of your sides. Strong back leg, and then inhale, sweep your right arm up and back for a reverse warrior. Here I took a half bind with your left arm. Ideally, if you can reach it to your hip crease, use your hand to externally rotate your right thigh out. And then keeping the bind, make your way into a triangle variation. So your right leg is now straight. So you reach your right arm forward, palm faces up, just to keep length through your sides. You can turn your chin over your left shoulder and look up if you'd like. And then for a few breaths, we'll move into triangle pose with your right arm down and your left arm up. Inhale to a reverse warrior for a breath, and exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Slow your breath, resist the urge to shallow breathing. And again, inhale, lift your left leg, step your foot through, and prepare for warrior 2 on the second side. Once again, make yourself comfortable. Your front foot points straight forward. Your back extends out towards the side of your mat that it's facing. Bend your front knee, but keep your back leg straight, arms open. Again, you can squeeze your fingers together or open them wide, your choice. Fill the room with love. Even as challenge arises. And then we'll move into extended side angle on the next side. Left fingertips now to the inside of your foot, somewhere along your shin, or you can rest your forearm on the top of your thigh. Top arm will reach up and over your head like a blade from your back foot through your side, all the way out your fingertips. And inhale to a reverse warrior. This time you'll take a half bind with your right arm. A lateral stretch through your left side. Again, if you have the half bind, try to use your right hand to pull and rotate your left leg outward. So your knee opens towards your second toe. And then we'll move into a triangle variation. Straighten your front knee without hyperextension. Keep the bind and reach your left arm forward like you're serving a platter. And then you may look up and over your right shoulder if you'd like. And then make your way into Trikonasana by releasing your left arm down and your right arm up. Bend your front knee, inhale reverse warrior for just a breath. And exhale, windmill your hands down, step back, chaturanga. Full breath, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then maybe pedal out your legs. I don't remember what song's playing, but I seem to be feeling it a little bit. And then hop or step to the top of your mat and we'll flow. Halfway lift and exhale, fold. Inhale the chair pose and exhale, forward fold or crow pose. Just for a breath as you breathe in. Exhale, step or jump, chaturanga. Up dog to down dog. Now listen closely. Right leg up, step it through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle, move mindfully. Inhale, reverse warrior. Now listen, we're going to do that again. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale, lift your left. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior, same legs. Exhale, triangle. This time the front is straight. Inhale, reverse, bend your knee. Exhale, warrior two, stay. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle with mindful awareness. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. These are always optional. You don't always have to do them. But if you do them mindfully. Child's pose. Give it away. The love in your heart, on your mat. Feel free to rock your forehead side to side. Maybe make some movement into your hips as well, side to side. Just express some gratitude to your body, some love to this vehicle we have. And then make your way up and prepare for a little bit of core work. But first, I'm going to just get into your hips. So bring the soles of your feet to touch and flap your knees like a butterfly. Believe it or not, this also helps to kind of release some of the tighter muscles in the groin muscles, the hips and the hip flexors. And then fold forward. Also stretches the low back and wherever else you may feel this. Be here, breathing. All right, and then I think I have you guys sit up then next and bring your knees in. You can lean back on your hands and then kind of just let your knees fall like windshield wipers side to side. And then I'll have you prepare for a boat pose. Now you can keep your feet down, leaning back with a tall spine. You may also lift your shins parallel, arms out. And then I think we do double taps this time. So we'll bend your knees and tap the toes. And exhale, extend. Now you can also extend your legs straight. So instead of bringing them to a tabletop, you can extend your knees all the way straight. My home practice is not as aggressive or forceful in the sense that I don't always do everything that I can do just because I can, I go with what feels right. This feels right. So you do what feels right to you. I think we do about 10. Drop back into a low boat, come back, and again, take another fold and deep stretch into your inner legs, hips, and spine. This is called Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. Soles of your feet touch, knees open wide. I tend to call it the butterfly pose just because I think most of us know that more than Baddha Konasana. And when you're ready, rise up and over. Come to lying down and bring your legs all the way up now. Interlace your hands behind your head. And on an inhale, you lower your legs. Doesn't have to hover. Exhale, lift your legs. And then if you'd like to incorporate your head and chest being lifted while you do this, you may. Press your head into your hands to take the weight out of your neck muscles and look forward, or up, I guess. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a quick movement, kind of like reverse crunches almost. Inhale, the legs lower, and exhale, they lift. And then I'll have you bend your knees, and we'll make our way into an extended portion of bicycle twists. Opposite leg, opposite elbow, moving mindfully. Exhale through your mouth if you'd like. Inhale to center, exhale to twist. Keep going. Right around this time, your mind's thinking again, how many more? When is she going to tell me to stop? Fun fact, you can always stop. But maybe you don't give up. Maybe you see this through. You actually can keep going. You can. Last few. Surprise yourself. And then when you feel ready, bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Good job. Mostly I'm saying that to past me because I'm watching myself, but also to you. Good job. All right, rock yourself up and forward. And come into a forearm plank. All right, and then this is where we do those tailbone tucks. I'm telling you what, dude, it's not a big movement. Maybe it's not even something I see, but scoop your tailbone under, 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 under. That's your low transverse abdominals. Getting some work. And then after a few of those, I feel like we do 10, but we might do more. And then we take a break. We come into some form of a child's pose. If you'd like for more Anahatasana, you keep your hips over your knees. So it's a deeper drop in the chest and shoulders. And then I think we round it out with some hip dips. If I'm not mistaken, you're probably hearing the squeak of my rubber mat. So drop your heels to one side. However it's comfortable for you, because this tends to be kind of hard on the feet and ankles. So you can keep your feet in any one shape that feels right, but just drop your hips to the side. Say hello to your obliques. Exhale to drop, inhale to center. Maybe rainbow your hips a bit if that feels appropriate. All right, and then drop onto your knees. Well done. Walk your hands back, take a seat on your feet. And then this next stretch is a delightful little side stretch. It's actually a new fave. So you kind of sit on your hips and act as if you have a mermaid tail. Stack your elbows or ankles, and then hold on to your ankle with your, say, left hand if you're doing it on this side, and reach your right arm over to the same side as your leg. Yeah. And then switch. So that might not have been the best explanation, but if you watch me, hold on to your ankle on your mermaid tail and then reach the arm up and over. So it's a very extended side stretch, similar to the reverse warrior and extended side angles we do. But yeah, it's just a nice release from all of those bicycle twists and hip dips. All right, so now we're going to get into your hips a little bit. We're slowing it down. This is called square pose. Well, what you're looking for is what I tried to do with my arms was stacking your ankles and your knees. So there may be space between your knee and ankle. That's all good. You can fill it with a block if you have one, or a blanket or something like a pillow. Or you can just let there be space. Option would also be to shift your elbows onto your knee and ankle as well. We're here for about a minute. Now, if you're like, yo, Melissa, I don't know if I can do this, you can also take a reclined figure 4 by lying down, crossing your right ankle over your left knee, and threading your arms through, interlacing your hands at your hamstring. Resist the urge to clench your jaw. Your hands, your shoulders, drop it. All right, and then come on up, and we'll do what we call is rock the baby. Holding your hand and foot, just rock it side to side. I think I thought about doing like a compass pose, but I reconsidered because I don't really have the space. All right, and then extend your right leg out, and we'll take Janu Sirsasana, seated fold, left foot to your inner thigh or knee, and hinge at your hips and fold forward. And inhale, come on up, and we'll switch. So now, right ankle is underneath, left is on top. Square pose or double pigeon, getting into your hips. It's been a little hippie class, a little bit. You can fill the space, you can let there be space, or shift forward and kind of close the gap with your weight. 1 minute here. Breathe like you love yourself, like you love this pose, like you love practicing. I checked the clock on the first side, and then on this side I checked it, and I still had like 10 seconds or something. I try to really be fair and do equal on both sides. All right, now's the time. You'll shift up and take rock the baby again. You can take the foot and knee into the crooks of your elbows, or just hold on to them with your hands. And then again, second side, extend your left leg forward, right foot to your inner thigh. And then fold to whatever extension or reach you can find. It's, again, we're slowing down now. We're not forcing or trying to make something happen. Just pay attention to what's happening. And return. And then I'm pretty sure I take a reverse tabletop. Your fingertips will point forward. Bring your feet hip distance apart, and then lift your hips. You can drop your head back. You may also, if you're interested in taking any back bends, you may take a bridge or a full wheel. I don't think I was in the mood to back bend today, so instead I got myself ready. Ooh, pardon me. I got myself ready for Shavasana with my bolster and my blanket, but then I took a couple more remaining postures. I think there was a happy baby and a supine twist. So this will be the time for everybody to do any last postures that really call to mind. For happy baby, it's kind of like a baby who just found their feet. To open your knees wider than your hips and your ankles, at least in the same line as your knees or wider than your knees. And then pull your right knee in, left leg out, and twist across your body. And return, left knee in, right leg out, and twist. And then prepare yourself for final rest. Cover yourself, make yourself cozy. Extend your legs out. Arms at your sides, palms face up. I like to push my head gently into my mat and kind of slide my shoulders down my back. Close your eyes. Relax all the muscles in your face. Imagine a being, some would imagine a Buddha or some other guru or ascended master, sitting in front of you. Then imagine a blue highway connecting this loving being from their heart to yours. Feel what it feels like to be full of love. Feel what it feels like to be full of light. Feel what it feels like to be full of total consciousness. And begin to bring your awareness back into this body. And maybe you caught a glimpse of union with the universe and all that is. And now you come back into your personality, your person. Maybe roll to your side to a fetal position. Bringing your awareness back, the love back into your body, your being, and then we'll give it away. Make your way to a seated position. Notice how you feel. Eyes closed. Breathe. Fill the room again with love, with your offering or intention. May it be of benefit. We'll seal our practice once again with an Om. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to prepare. In gratitude.